Hello friends, today we are going to analyze the given propped cantilever beam having the overhang span of 2 meter and loaded through UDL over entire span as shown in the figure. Now according to the method, if we select a roller support resultant as a redundant force which is hence the rest structure for release beam is and if we draw a bending moment diagram for this release structure, then at location A, our moment which is equal to UDL into total distance as a 7 and the half of the total distance as a CG distance, hence our value for this moment at A which is equal to 294 in terms of kilonewton meter. And if we draw a bending moment diagram for this release structure, then at location A our value is 294 kilonewton meter and at location C our value is 0, and according to the rules of bending moment diagram for UDL we have to connect these 2 points by parabolic curve, and if we select a point B from support C as a 2 meter distance, then the moment at point B which is equal to 12 into 2 into 2 by 2 which is equal to 24 kilonewton meter. So at location B our value is 24 kilonewton meter, and if we select a parabolic curve then it is where at point B our value is 24 kilonewton meter and the diagram is parabolic curve. So bending moment diagram for the release structure is in parabola shape, and we have to convert it into conjugate beam, hence support C which is free which converted into fixed support, and fixed support at location A becomes free in conjugate beam, and the M over EI, it means M by EI diagram of the release structure treated as a loading on conjugate beam. Now we have to calculate a value of delta B in conjugate beam. It means we have to calculate a delta at location B in conjugate beam which can be given by a bending moment in conjugate beam at location B. But if we convert this parabola as a (24) by EI as a rectangular part, then rest part having the area which is not in the triangular shape. So what we are going to do is we are going to connect the both end by a straight line so that the diagram becomes a UVL shape having the intensity total 294 minus 24, hence the rest value is 270 by EI, out of which we have to deduct a hatched part having the enlarged view as shown in the figure, having the total length as a 5 meter, and the peak value of this curve is given by the equation W L square by 8 EI of loaded shape. And if we assume 5 meter as a total length, then the bending moment at location B for this particular curve, which can be given by the area of this curve into CG distance, which is exactly at half of the total length. So the moment at location B for this hatched part can be calculated by 2/3 into total peak value as a WL square by ATI into total span as a L, and the CG distance is exactly at L by 2. So 2 is cancelled. So rest value is W L raised to 4 divided by 24 EI. It means that if we calculate the moment at B by rectangular part and triangular part, then we have to remove MB as a WL raised to 4 by 24 EI of hatched part from this moment. So let us calculate the value of delta B at location B as, now for 24 by EI of rectangular part, it is 24 by EI into total distance as a 5, and the CG distance from location B is 5 by 2 plus for assumed triangle part, it is 1/2 into loading as a 270 by EI into total distance as a 5, and from location B the CG distance is 2/3 of 5 minus, we have to remove this hatched part, which is WL raised to 4 by 24 EI as a moment at location B. Hence it is WL raised to 4 by 24 EI, where W is equal to 12 kilonewton per meter, L as a 5 meter. So let us calculate all the value. We will have the value for 24 by EI into 5 by 2 as a 300 plus 1/2 270 by EI into 5 into 2/3 of 5 as a 2250, and WL raised to 4 by 24 EI as a 312.5. Hence our delta B value for location B, which is equal to 2237.5 divided by EI. So for UDL, which is loaded through entire span, and if we have to calculate a mid-span or intermediate span having the value as a delta B, then we have to remove WL raised to 4 by 24 EI as a moment at particular location, and rest part of that parabolic curve will be converted into rectangular and triangular shape as described in the example. Now after calculation of delta B, we have to apply a unit load at the location of selection of redundant, and removing all the loads, we have the released beam as and if we draw a bending moment diagram for this particular beam, then we have a moment at location A as a 1 into 5 in clockwise direction as a 5 kilonewton meter, and if we convert it into conjugate beam after drawing the bending moment, then it is as in which support A is fixed, and in conjugate beam it is free, and support C is free, which is converted into fixed in conjugate beam, and M over EI diagrams gives the loading of this conjugate beam. Now we have to calculate a delta BB value, which can be given by bending moment in conjugate beam at location B after applying unit load at B. So we have to calculate a moment at location B in this conjugate beam, and if we take a moment at location B, then the UVL creates anticlockwise moment, hence it is negative, which is 1/2 into load into distance as a 5 by EI into 5, and the CG distance from location B is 2/3 of total distance as a 5. So our value for delta BB, which is equal to minus 41.67 by EI. Now, according to the consistent deformation method, our resultant value RB, which must be equal to minus delta B divided by delta BB. Now, minus of delta B as a 2237.5 by EI divided by delta BB as a minus 41.67, and EI is cancelled from both the term, hence our RB value, which is equal to 53.7 kilonewton. So from the consistent deformation method, our RB value, which is equal to 53.7 kilonewton in upward direction. Now if we take sigma V equal to 0, then RA plus RB in the upward direction, which must be equal to UDL into total distance, which is 12 into 7. Now putting the value of RB as a 53.7, we have RA reaction as a 30.3 in terms of kilonewton. So our resultant at A, which is equal to 30.3 kilonewton in upward direction. And if we take moment at A is equal to 0 and anticlockwise moment as a negative, then minus MA at location A as a assumed direction minus RB into 5 meter in anticlockwise direction, hence 53.7 into 5 as a negative, plus now moment of UDL is total load into distance by 2, which must be equal to 0, hence our moment at A, which is equal to 25.5 kilonewton meter, and our value is positive, hence our assumed direction as a anticlockwise is okay. So the moment at A value, which is equal to 25.5 kilonewton meter. So thus we can calculate the all reactions using consistent deformation method. Now going ahead for the calculation of shear force and bending moment diagram, as now from above calculation we have support reactions as shown in the figure, and if we go for the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram, then at location A our shear force value is upward VA, which is equal to 30.3 as a positive value. Now from A to location B, just before a point B, it is 30.3 minus 12 into 5 as a minus 29.7, hence according to the shear force value we have to connect it by inclined straight line for the UDL, hence the diagram is as shown in the figure. Now at location B our value is minus 29.7 plus 53.7 as a 24 in upward direction, and from location B to C it is 24 minus 12 into 2 as a 0, hence it is inclined straight line. So figure indicates the shear force value as a positive and negative as shown in the diagram. Now if we observe a shear force diagram, then the shear force between A to B changes from positive to negative, or we can say that the value as a 0, and we know that at shear force 0 we will have the maximum bending moment. So for calculation of maximum bending moment, let us assume the distance as a x meter from support A, so rest value is 5 minus x, and if we calculate the value of x using similar triangle rule between A to B point, then it is 30.3 divided by x, which must be equal to 29.7 divided by 5 minus x, and our value for x using this similar triangle relation, which is equal to 2.53 meter from support A, where we will have the maximum bending moment of the beam. Now if we go for the bending moment calculation, then at location A our value is minus 25.5. Now from support A at distance x as a 2.53, our value is minus 25.5 as anticlockwise moment, RA into distance x, which is plus 30.3 into 2.53 in clockwise direction, and UDL creates the anticlockwise moment, hence it is minus UDL into distance as a 2.53 into distance by 2 as a CG value. And if we calculate this moment, we will have the moment at 2.53 meter from support A as a 12.75 in terms of kilonewton meter. Now if we calculate a moment at location B, and if we assume a right hand side part, then it creates a clockwise moment, and we know that the moment in right hand direction as a clockwise, which is negative, hence our value is minus 12 into total distance as a 2, and CG distance is 2 by 2, hence our value is minus 24 kilonewton meter. Now if we draw a bending moment diagram according to this value, we will have a moment A as a minus 25.5, then at shear force 0 location we will have the value as a positive 12.75, and at location B our value is minus 24, and at location C our value is 0, and the diagram for UDL is curve, hence our diagram is as and diagram indicates the parabolic curve in nature. So figure shows the shear force and bending moment diagram, and if we observe a bending moment diagram, then bending moment changes from negative to positive between A to B, as well as positive to negative also in between A to B. So we will have 2 points of contraflexure of given beam. So let us calculate this point of contraflexure by taking a section in between A to B at distance x meter from support A, and if we draw a section part, then it is as now for this section, if we take the bending moment value, which must be equal to 0, as we are going to calculate the point of contraflexure for the given beam, and we know that at point of contraflexure our bending moment is 0, hence at location XX our bending moment value is minus 25.5 plus 30.3 into x in clockwise direction, so plus 30.3 into x, and for UDL it is anticlockwise, hence negative, load into distance by 2, which must be equal to 0, hence our value is minus 6x square plus 30.3x minus 25.5, which must be equal to 0. Now dividing all values by minus 6, we will have x square minus 5.05x plus 4.25, which must be equal to 0, which is similar to ax square plus or minus bx plus or minus c, which is equal to 0, and the solution for x, which is equal to minus b plus or minus root delta by 2a, where delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. And if we solve this equation, x square minus 5.05x plus 4.25 equal to 0, we will have x value as a 1.067 meter and second value of x as a 3.98 meter. So it indicates that our point of contraflexure 1 is at distance 1.067 meter from support A, and the second point of contraflexure is at 3.98 meter from support A. So thus we can calculate shear force diagram, bending moment diagram, maximum bending moment after the calculation of location of shear force 0, and point of contraflexures if any in the diagram using the consistent deformation method as described in the calculation. Thank you.